welcome back to my channel for some more Demon Slayer recap and review. This is Merrily Deeds. I am so excited. This week I will be covering episode 2 of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, Trainer Sakonji Urokodaki. Fair warning, this video will contain spoilers in case you haven't seen the series. You have been warned. Let's get started. Yes! So, following Yu's advice, Tanjiro and Nezuko head out to Mount Sajiri to find Trainer Sakonji Urokodaki. It is hard for them to travel during the day since Nezuko cannot be exposed to sunlight. So we do start off with Tanjiro trying to purchase a basket, some bamboo and straw. And the scene was done super funny. It's really lighthearted compared to last week's episode. And he is trying to purchase this basket, arguing with the guy. The guy's like, you know, the basket itself has holes and you could just take the materials for free as well. And Tanjiro's like, no, I'll pay for it. And the guy's like, kid, it's fine, you can just have it for free. And Tanjiro's like, no, take my money. So I like this little humor. It was cute. He then goes to this cave where Nezuko is currently hiding. She has built a little hole and she's hiding like a little mole in it. And she just looks so precious. You can only see her eyes popping out. And Tanjiro just builds this basket for her in order for him to carry her during the day. And this scene was super cute too because he's like, smaller Nezuko, smaller, get smaller. And she's able to shrink so she can fit perfectly in the little basket. And it was just so super cute. I was just like, oh, how precious. So not only does he have the perfect little sister, but now she's travel size. Way to go. So they start off their journey once again. They stumble across this temple and Tanjiro sniffs the smell of blood, and what do you know? There is a demon. Tanjiro and Nezuko run into this demon who has murdered these people and feasting on them like it's some kind of barbecue. He's literally like just licking his fingers. I was like, oh my god, poor people. And Tanjiro's shocked in this moment because he's never really stumbled upon a demon feasting, and Nezuko herself is struggling at the sight of blood. Her mouth is watering and her facial expression just says it all. I love that even though she's not vocal, we can always kind of see what she's thinking. And this demon's like, hey, y'all broke into my turf, I'm gonna make you guys pay, but there's something off about you two. And in an instant he attacks Tanjiro. And Tanjiro is able to react quickly again with his axe. He is able to cut him, but the demon's like, this cut is gonna heal like nothing. And it does. It heals right away. And Tanjiro is thinking in this moment, wow, this is what a demon is. He's super strong and fast. All of a sudden, Nezuko hears Tanjiro's in trouble and she literally kicks the head off this demon who has Tanjiro pinned down to the ground. And Tanjiro's just like, oh my god, she killed him. And before you know it, the body comes back and attacks Nezuko, and the head out of nowhere grows a pair of arms and attacks Tanjiro. While Nezuko is battling the body, Tanjiro's just worried about Nezuko at this point. He doesn't even care about himself. He's like, I need to like go where my sister is and protect her and make sure she's okay. And this head starts to wrap his hair around the axe and Tanjiro, but Tanjiro's able to headbutt him twice and pin him against a tree and go after the body and Nezuko. Once he finds the body and Nezuko, he does tackle the body over the mountain's cliff. Luckily, Nezuko is able to grab him and save him before he falls off as well. This causes the head to black out because the body lands literally on the neck, and I guess he just blacks out from the pain. But now they have to deal with the head. Tanjiro thinks to use his knife to kill him when all of a sudden an older man appears with the goblin mask. He tells Tanjiro that the knife isn't going to be useful, that he has to find another way to kill him. And Tanjiro then thinks to use a rock, but Tanjiro can't bring himself to kill this demon, and this older man smells Tanjiro's kindness and says he's not going to cut it. So I'm assuming this is Mr. Urokodaki. And right now things don't look really good because he's just like, this kid isn't gonna cut it. Oh my god, Tomioka is just too kind and can't make decisions. And Tanjiro does fail in killing the demon before daybreak. As the sun rises, the demon vanishes with the sunlight. So I can compare this to like the vampires in Blade. normally they can't be exposed to sunlight because they turn into like ashes and like just literally evaporate. So the same thing goes for the demons. The older man has buried the people that were killed in the temple and introduces himself as Sakonji Urokodaki. He then asks Tanjiro what will he do if Nezuko ever attacks a human or hurts a human. And Tanjiro can't answer this question. Mr. Urokodaki then smacks Tanjiro and tells him, well, the reason you failed to answer my question and the reason you failed to finish the demon is because your resolve is too weak. So we kind of have another little kind of Gyu intervention, sort of. It reminds me of that intervention that Gyu had with him, where he was like, you know, you need to be strong. You need to be able to make decisions because you're going to be facing off these demons and they're not going to hesitate in killing you like you hesitate. He then tells Tanjiro that there are only two things to do if Nezuko ever attacks a human. First, kill Nezuko, and second, slit his belly and kill himself. He then tells Tanjiro he will test him in order to see if he's fit to become a Demon Slayer member. He tells him to grab Nezuko and to follow him. After going on a very, very long run, finally arrived to Mr. Urokodaki's cabin. Tanjiro's like, did I pass the test? And Mr. Urokodaki's like, no, we're gonna climb a mountain. That's where the real test starts. And Tanjiro's just like, ah! They climb up this mountain and Mr. Urokodaki basically tells Tanjiro that in order for him to become his student or be accepted as a student, he is going to have to climb down this mountain before daybreak, and then he mysteriously vanishes. Tanjiro then thinks, oh, this is going to be easy, and he starts to head down this mountain when he falls into a booby trap. He then gets a rock launched at him, and it looks so painful because he was like actually bleeding once it hit his face, and he realizes, wow, this mountain is full of booby traps. He then thinks to sniff out the traps with his keen sense of smell, but he also states that he is not athletically fit to evade every single trap, but that he can't give up. And another thing, the air is way more thinner on this mountain, making it hard to breathe and getting him dizzy. So not only is it difficult to breathe, but the whole place is set with booby traps. His sole determination and his sole motivation to be able to pass this test is Nezuko. As always, Nezuko. The thought of being able to save her. Luckily, Tanjiro is able to pass this test, so he does reach the cabin before daylight. Way to go, Tanjiro! And Mr. Urokodaki then thinks to the letter Gyu sent him, and he accepts Tanjiro as his student. So now we're in for some real training. I love this episode very much. There were so many highlights that I enjoyed. The first highlight of this episode was the introduction of Mr. Sakonji Urokodaki. His character is so mysterious, and I'm super excited to see how his character is going to play out throughout the series. One other thing that I really enjoyed about this character was the voice actor. I am so happy that they chose the voice actor who voiced Jiraiya in Naruto to voice Urokodaki in Demon Slayer. It was literally perfect. He just has that sensei type of vibe voice, if you feel me. The second highlight, honestly, was seeing our character struggle. Tanjiro's struggle is that he has too much empathy and he can't come to make decisions, but it's that same empathy that is pushing him to save his sister. So I want to see how he is going to grow throughout the series, you know? And we also got to see Nezuko's struggle. She is at a constant battle with herself. She is fighting off these demonic instincts, but is also able to resist. And regardless, you know, if her brother's in trouble, she opts in saving her brother rather than giving in. So I'm super excited to see more of this duo. The third highlight was the animation. Of course, the animation. The animation while watching Tanjiro run down this mountain was gorgeously shot. Every angle that the camera was able to show of each little trap was beautifully displayed on the screen. Not to mention the flute buildup. Like I said, one thing this series does amazingly great is marrying the action and the drama with the soundtrack. It just hypes you up in that moment, and you just like, at least for me, I just feel a bunch of emotions running through. I'm just like, do it! You can do it, Tanjiro! I believe in you! I just love and appreciate this so much. I literally had to go on SoundCloud and download all of the soundtrack. It's hilarious. And lastly, the last highlight that I really enjoyed about this episode was seeing Tanjiro's keen sense of smell coming into play. Not only that, but Mr. Urokodaki also has a keen sense of smell. So I am super excited to see how this skill is going to be developed further in the series. And I just really like how it was portrayed on the screen. I like that when Tanjiro was sniffing some of the traps, you know, you could see like little like threads or like little waves of like the smell. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, guys, this concludes my video. I am super excited. I'm so in love with this series. I cannot wait for the next episode review with you guys. Please, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more, please subscribe. I will be uploading weekly, and please leave your comments down below. I am open to any discussion. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know what you think of this series overall, and I'm always down to discuss. Thank you once more. This is Merly Deets out. Episode highlight. There was... Stop moving, chair!